103.8.
Number 1 for music and entertainment.
Joe and Adam, thank you so much for coming back for Magic Mike XXL.
You're welcome.
When you got the phone call to say, we're on, guys, how long did it take you to say yes?
As soon as I read the script.
I didn't even care. They got the call, and I'm like, yes. Without it, I knew I was going to be getting back together with these guys, and the people that made that movie the first time around. We just had such a great time. We couldn't wait to do it again.
Yeah, because you guys look like you genuinely get on. I mean, were you turning up to set on days where you weren't even supposed to be on set?
Yeah, sure. You didn't want to miss anything. There was always something fun happening, and you didn't want to hear about it secondhand. You wanted to be there. You want to be there to support your friends.
Especially when they've got like two of probably the iconic dance scenes in the film. I mean, your dance scenes probably rival Channing's pony now, Joe. When you were in there in the convenience store and then doing that final dance, did you feel self-conscious at all?
Well, I'll tell you this. The girl I was acting with in the mini mart scene did not crack a smile once while we were shooting until the very end. So she was even off camera, and even in rehearsals, wasn't smiling, didn't look amused. So yeah, I got a bit self-conscious because I thought, this is so funny, like to me, and it's not funny to her. So maybe what I'm doing isn't that funny. But I think that was the greatest gift this girl could have given me because it put me right where I needed to be in terms of the character and storytelling of it. So yeah, that was the self-conscious bit for me. But I mean, surprisingly, in front of a group of 1,000 screaming women, you're on top of the sex swing doing your thing. I mean, I wouldn't say that I was self-conscious. It was more like yeah, like I was channeling the power of 1,000 screaming women into that one girl on the swing. So
lucky girl.
Yeah, man, it's a lot to channel.
Adam, what were those girls like though? Because I know they were actors, right? They didn't seem to be acting.
The girls in the crowd or the girls in my routine? The girls
extras.
in the crowd, they were extras.
They were extras.
Yeah, and a lot of them paid their own way to come and be there with us. Yeah,
no,
how dangerous did it get? Because I'd say they probably would have. They were encouraged to sort of go for grabs and.
They were. I mean, they had an incredible amount of energy. They never stopped cheering us on for 12 hours a day for 3 days in a row that we shot those scenes. They never ran out of energy. It was absolutely incredible. On the first, they were more well behaved than the women on the first movie though. The women on the first movie, they were a bit more ravenous.
Well, we were closer to them. And I think they were being at that point to be encouraged to come out of their shell because I think that, most women in society were, unintroduced. They weren't introduced at that point to the idea of male stripping. And so they were being encouraged to come out of their shell because on the first take they were very tentative. They knew they were extras in a Channing Tatum movie, and when we came out, I don't think they could process what was actually happening. They didn't know. It was a surprise. So between that first take and second take, the crew had to come out and urge them, let loose, go crazy, go as wild as you want to. And I think they all heard that and then just went nuts. They were grabbing for everything they could grab for and ripping and pulling. And where I think now we've kind of, within the 3 years, we've gotten a little used to it and how to behave. But I think the stages were bigger in this movie, so we were a little further removed. But I think, if we would have gotten closer in the heat of the moment.
How have family and friends reacted to this? Because I know in the first film, Adam, your grandma was taken a little bit by surprise.
Yeah, I don't think she knew it was a male stripper movie. I don't know why she was so surprised, but I think the fact that I was out there with my cheeks flapping in the wind, I think was a little bit more than she expected, especially when she was sitting there with 10 of her girlfriends from her senior home. I think
she was showing off. That's grandson.
Right. Exactly.
The other grandmas love.
They were happy. Yeah. Oh yeah, they'll be back.
So grandmas love the Magic Mike franchise.
Sophia loved the Magic Mike franchise.
She hadn't watched it when we started dating. She actually hadn't seen anything I'd ever done when we started dating, which was probably good for me. And I don't think she, coming from a Latin woman's perspective, could understand. I think she had a lot of preconceived notions about this world and who the guys were, and felt pity for these poor men who can't find other jobs other than male stripping and have to do this. But I was like, no, it's guys love this job. This is the greatest job for a young guy, and it's funny. It's really funny. She's like, what's funny about that? But then when she came to set in Savannah and they showed her the Mini Mart scene.
What a scene to be on set.
Greg, the director, showed her the Mini Mart scene, and she was like, she got laughing, like she got it. She understood how ridiculous it all was.
Well, we all got it. Thank you for this massive smile you put on our faces.
Thank you. That's what we wanted.
Spin 103.8. #1 for music and entertainment.